Hey man, we're up here at the Kitley Inn up in Indianapolis, right across from the racetrack. It's pretty hard to miss. But Cindy, what's going on here today?
This is the Cody Baird benefit ride, and Ladendorf, I think he is, here to sponsor it. And it looks like it's going to be a good day for it, even though it's a little chilly right now.
We're in October now. It's officially October, so it's supposed to be a little chilly. You throw on a long sleeve, and it's perfect weather for riding. Yeah, we got a lot of bikes showing up already. And I just want to say thank you to Crambos out there in Greencastle. They do a fantastic job, man. If you're looking for paint, my God, Chris Crampy is a world-renowned painter. They've got certified mechanics. They have all the accessories. Everything you need is out there in Greencastle, and it's kind of a nice ride right off US 40, right there past Greencastle. So if you're out that way, make sure you stop in. Thank Chris and Beth for what they do for the motorcycle community, what they do for this show. Cindy, I know Mark Ladendorf is here. Let's go find him, learn a little bit more about Cody, and I believe Cody's here too. So let's go have some fun.
Let's go.
Still Horse is brought to you by Ladendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Excuse me, what? I have to ask what you're doing with your hair.
I'm getting ready to braid it.
Okay. I thought maybe that this was a routine that you had to do before you got on the bike. I wasn't sure, so I figured I'd come over here and ask you.
No, I'm actually getting ready to French braid it. So
that way it's not bad when you get off the bike, right? Well, have fun.
Thank you.
Mark, we are here at the Kitley Inn. We've got a big ride going on. Now, for those of you that have been, I don't know, hiding under a rock for the last 20 years, this is Mark Ladendorf of Ladendorf Law. This is the man right here that is responsible for this show continuing on after Steve Reeves passed away. You guys came up and said, you know what, we're going to stick with you. We want to keep this thing going. And at that time, it was like, yeah, but it's going to cost me a little bit more money to keep going. And you were willing to help out and do what you could. And again, I say it all the time, the show wouldn't be going without you guys. And so I always thank you so much for that. And I know this ride here is kind of special to you guys. So tell me a little bit about why you're out here today.
Thank you, Scott. Cody Baird's our client. He was severely injured on June 9th of this year. He was in a bad accident with a semi-tractor trailer that ran him over, broke multiple bones and shattered his femur, his arm, concussions, multiple brain injuries, and had to go through intensive rehabilitation throughout this time period in order to find his way to this ride even. He has undergone multiple surgeries. He's had all kinds of rehabilitation. We've got to get him in and out of various rehab places and find ways to get it paid through insurance, which kept denying him access to the rehabilitation that he desperately needed. But we believed in Cody from the beginning. We had to get him an enormous ramp system just to get him back into his home until we could get him in the rehab system that kept him in for over 3 months of recent vintage. Cody is an enormously courageous young man who we believe in. And we believe in him not only because he's my client, but more importantly because his mother, Chris, has been in the biker community from day one, probably since she was 5 years old. And Chris Wills was my former client. I met her and I met Scott, and we have always been part of this journey through the biker community, because all of you are the reasons that charity and good deeds are part of our lives.
Hey, big shout out to Crambos out in Greencastle. Man, if you're looking for paint work, mechanical work, or accessories, they have everything you need out in Greencastle. It's Crambos. You know what they say, they'll get you noticed.
So Cody, this is a benefit ride to benefit you because of you were in an accident. Can you tell me about that accident?
Basically, I was on my way to work, and a semi-driver, truck and trailer pulled out in front of me. I was going about 40 miles an hour, and I just didn't have a chance to avoid and smacked right into him.
So in that accident, I know that you have suffered a lot of injuries because of that. And were you in the hospital for a long time?
Yeah. Initially, I had a severely broken femur, a few fractures in my hand, fractured ribs, bruised sternum. I had about, I think it was a dozen staples in my head, and a few other bumps and bruises and stuff. I was in ICU for about a week and then transferred to a regular room. All in all, I was there for about a month before I was transferred to a rehabilitation facility, RHI.
That's a long time to have to stay in the hospital. I mean, that, you know, your injuries, I'm sure, were significant. To get ran over by a semi, of course, it's amazing that you're here with us. So we're very thankful that you are here with us.
I am definitely thankful about that. It's been a process, to say the least. Used to be the bigger, stronger guy, and then all of a sudden I can't walk or anything of the sorts. So it's very humbling, and it seems it's taken a while.
I noticed that you have this here blue jean shirt on, and it says Trail of Tears, and we did that ride the same year. Tell me about that.
Oh, that's a great ride. It leaves out of Ross's Landing in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The first real stop is Waterloo, Alabama, and then if you're really brave, you can take it from Waterloo, Alabama on into Oklahoma to the end of the actual Trail of Tears.
Now, the sad thing is they don't do that ride anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we found that a couple of years ago. They had ended that ride, and it was such a wonderful ride because I loved it. But it was so cool to see you wearing that, because I haven't seen anybody wearing a shirt that says Trail of Tears. And so it was pretty amazing to see you wearing that today.
It just kind of strange that we were both there the same year.
Yeah. So you're out here doing the patches today, though, and have you had a lot of business?
Not a whole lot today, but yeah, I've given away a few of the patches, so the next time they come around, I'll sew them on.
Awesome. Well, thank you for talking with us. Have a great day today.
Scott dropped off some peppers for me today and just rubbed his eye and apparently did not wash off all the pepper from his hand, so we've suspended interviews for a few minutes while he checks his cornea and make sure his retina is still attached.
If you had one piece of advice you could give to others out there, you know, and they're like, all right, you can only give one piece of advice, what would that advice be?
One piece of advice from a lawyer who's been there and does nothing but injury cases and death cases. That's all I've done for 42 years. One piece of advice is get your insurance policy and look at it. There'll be liability coverage and uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. They need to be the same amount. Make that amount as much as you can afford. $250,000 uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage is the minimum you want. 250/500 is what you want. Or make it more, make it 500. Make it 500 single limit. You want to raise those limits, because if you get hurt, the likelihood, there's a 25% likelihood that you're going to get hit by an uninsured motorist. There's about 100% chance that you're going to get hit by an underinsured motorist. That is, you've got $150,000 in medical bills because your bike got ran over by someone, and unfortunately, the person who hit you's got $100,000 of insurance. So raise your insurance coverage to protect yourself in case this happens to you, because it happens all too often.
I honestly didn't expect such a big turnout, and with as many people have shown up, it's not even the start of it yet. It's very happy to see that, you know, people would come out with support. So I definitely appreciate everybody coming out.
Well, you know, and I say it all the time, motorcyclists are the most giving and supportive people that you'll ever find in the world.
They are. They truly are. You know, Dad was an avid rider for years, and I rode early on, and I've seen the charity that riders do. So
Hey, that's going to do it for us. Hope you enjoy the show. Cindy, how can people learn more about Steel Horse Thunder?
Well, they could go to steelhorsethunder.com and they can find everything they need. There's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. It's whatever's on there, it's on there.
Exactly. And YouTube. Make sure you're watching YouTube every Wednesday night. We upload a new episode of Steel Horse Thunder every Wednesday night. And we do Facebook Live every Monday night, starting at 7 p.m. on Monday nights. We do Facebook Live, sometimes on location, sometimes at the Steel Horse Thunder Cafe. But we inform you as to what's going on. And it's just a good, informative show. So you need to tune in to our Facebook page. Cindy, this has been a lot of fun. I love seeing Mark Ladendorf out here at these rides. He's part of the motorcycle community, and that's why I highly recommend Mark Ladendorf for all your personal injury lawyer needs. What'd you think about this?
It was amazing to be able to talk to Cody, and he has been through so much, and Mark has been such an influence with everything that's going on, insurance-wise, and, thank goodness that he has Mark to help him out. But it's amazing, and all the motorcyclists, of course, always show up for rides. So it's great to see everybody here today and talk to him and know that they're supporting him.
Yeah. And once again, we remind everybody, it's not what you ride,
it's that you ride.